Soaring Pacific cliffs, lush green rice terraces. A variety of scenery testifies to this region's history and culture. This is Chiba, the gateway to Japan. 3 students from overseas living in Chiba will take day trips to discover the charms of the prefecture. Let's see what they encounter on their excursions around Chiba. There are regular flights connecting Narita International Airport to 128 cities throughout the world. They fly around 40 million people a year. This gateway to Japan is located in Chiba Prefecture, next to Tokyo. Despite being so close to the capital, Chiba is blessed with a wealth of nature, and it retains the appeal of rural Japan. However, the variety of charms it has to offer is little known outside the country. It's also a cosmopolitan region, and there are more than 30 universities within the prefecture, attended by 6,000 or so students from overseas.
If you guys know, there is one central space in a building.
My name is Sonia Paulina Rios Rodriguez. I'm coming from Aguascalientes, Mexico, and I'm 22 years old. I'm studying architecture. I'm 5th year now. And my favorite architect is Tadao Ando.
Are used to Japanese life.
Paulina decided to come to Chiba with a desire to live in a completely different culture.
A foreign, you're like a superstar. Everybody's really?
She loves the Chiba urban monorail, offering views of the city from its elevated tracks.
I like trying new things because I think that if you experience different types of sensations and different ways of seeing the world, you can see what you like and what you want to learn from a different perspective. And that enriches your type of thinking very much.
Paulina says she loves sports and the ocean. She had always wanted to visit the ocean in Chiba. Sports are popular in Chiba, and all kinds of sporting events are held throughout the year. Kujukuri, facing the Pacific Ocean, particularly known for its good quality waves, is one of the most popular places in Japan for surfing. Paulina will travel to Ichinomiya town in Chiba Prefecture, famous for being one of the biggest surfers' paradises in Japan. International competitions are held, attracting top-class surfers, and it's famous throughout the world. It's also been chosen as the location for the first surfing competitions to be held at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. The town is visited by about 600,000 surfers a year, and many people have also moved here to enjoy surfing.
ここは毎日やろうと思えばサーフィンができるので、そのために移住しました。
海のレジャーが楽しいので、満喫できてます。
一年中サーフィン、波があるので、それがこの地区の一番の魅力だと思います。はい。
The coastal road is lined with surf shops, and they also offer workshops for beginners who want to try surfing. The fee is around $50 to $60 for 2 hours, and it includes rental of a surfboard and wetsuit. Paulina will try surfing for the first time in Ichinomiya town.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Nori.
Okano-san?
Hi. Enjoy.
Norihiko Okano runs the workshop, and he'll be instructing Paulina.
Okay.
This is front.
People began surfing in Japan in the 1950s and 60s. It's said to have begun when U.S. military personnel stationed in Japan after the Second World War started enjoying surfing at beaches near their bases. Okano was one of Japan's first professional surfers, and he's a legend in the world of surfing in Japan. In 1978, he was the first Japanese surfer to be invited to an international surfing competition held in Australia. Today, he also works as a surfing instructor at an elementary school in Ichinomiya town.
Like this?
Yeah, easy.
This is so funny. When I arrived to the sea, I was walking with the surfboard right next to the teacher. We were walking together. So when I saw the sea for the first time, the first thing I saw was the people who was surfing.
今日は僕が波に乗せますから立つことに専念して。I go to stand up. So you got to stand up, right?
Okay. I really like it. It made me be happy and relaxed. Maybe I was just very impressed about the beautiful sea, and I just enjoyed the view and the feeling of the water. Even though it was very difficult. I couldn't stand up on the board, but I really liked it. It was funny.
Events to clean up the coast around Ichinomiya town, organized mainly by surf shops, are held regularly. These events are organized by local volunteers who love surfing.
And every
It was great that they could do surfing, but at the same time they could see the sea, enjoy the water, refreshing. It was so nice.
サーフィンが面白いのは同じことが二度絶対ないんですね。サーフィンって波全部違うから来る波何回やっても楽しめる受け身のスポーツなんですね、どっちかというと。だからそれもまた魅力かな。自分の力でどうしようもできない。サーファーたちはみんなすごくやっぱり海を大事にしてるし、ビーチを大事にしてるし、きれいにしたりで、やっぱりそれはやっぱり海を尊敬して自分たちは海で遊ばせてもらってるっていう気持ちを大切に持ってやるのが大事だと思う。
And I'm so happy that here I couldn't see any garbage. The ocean is so clean, the sun is so clean. So I really can see how people take care about this place. It's so wonderful. It's not available to even touch them.
違うものが来たよということを、何らかの信号として取るということで一番使われているのが分解してしまう。
My name is Rizky Abdullah Saputra, but my friends usually call me Rizky. I'm 24 years old, came from Indonesia. I'm studying chemistry and biotechnology in Chiba University. I really want to be a chemical engineer. At the moment, maybe I will come to Indonesia and establish my own company in the future.
Rizky will travel to the KO Industrial Zone on the coast of Chiba Prefecture. The industrial area was built on a landfill in Tokyo Bay, and it has one of the biggest industrial complexes in the world, which supported Japan's restoration after the war. In recent years, lit-up factories at night have become popular sightseeing spots for tourists in Japan. Rizky visits an industrial area in Chiba to walk around enjoying views of these factories.
こんにちは。どうも、はじめまして。はい、どうも、山木と申します。はい、うりるきです。はい、Rizkyさん。はい。
Rizky is shown around by Shintaro Yamaki, a former student of Chiba University. He loves visiting factories, and when he was a student, he joined a research team to turn views of factories at night into tourist attractions.
で、これ今全部グリーンベルトがずーっとこうつながってるんですよね。で、これのこっち側、こっち側に工業地帯がずっと広がってるんだけど。
This is known as a green buffer zone, which prevents or mitigates pollution. Pollution became a problem throughout Japan during the period of rapid economic growth. This led to the implementation of all kinds of technological and systematic measures to prevent pollution. The establishment of green buffer zones was one of these. They moved to the top of a hill from where they can see the factories.
真正面。本当ですね。見えた。すごい。見えました。そう。ここから千葉のコンビナート一望できるっていう。すごい。海も見えるね。海も見えるし。でもこうやって見てみるとやっぱり住宅が手前にあって、それですごい緑がいっぱいあって、でその向こうに工場があるんでね。
Photo books of factories have been published in Japan, attracting attention to their functional beauty.
独特のやっぱり形をしてるよね。ああやって煙突にしたってクレーンにしたってタンクにしたって一つ一つに必ず理由があって、だから無駄なデザインが一切ない。
Yeah, I just knew something new from this meeting. Yeah.
Sightseeing boats departing from the port of Chiba offer a variety of tours. This one is to see the factories at night.
こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。じゃあ行きましょう。はい、行きましょう。ありがとうございます。頭鉄。
The boat departs at dusk for a 1.5-hour cruise. The cost is around $18.
さあ、じゃあ人が多い。人多いんです。こんな人いっぱいいるなって思わなかった。すごい。あれが航路だね。
Shortly after leaving the port, factories that couldn't be seen clearly from land come into view.
この煙突からにもですね、火が出ますね。
あれフレアスタックって言って、汚染物質をあそこでわざと燃やして無害化させて大気に放出している有害な物質を取り除くための装置。なんで煙突から火が出てんだろうって思うんだけど、
it was really mesmerizing, especially when the light came from the factory. Yeah, it is really beautiful. And at that moment, I just thought that maybe it's better when I come to there with maybe like my girlfriend or maybe like someone who I love. But yeah, because I don't have one, so.
自分みたいな人たちが増えてきたっていうのは環境への配慮とかそのための技術の向上とか革新とかそういうののやっぱり積み重ねた結果だと思うんですよね。月と製鉄所って初めて見た一緒に見たのは初めてかもしれない。
本当ですか？おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
本当長く見たかったのにね。
見たかったね。なんならもうずっとここに泊まっててくれてもいいんだけど。
そうですね。やっぱり。
My name is Morgan Gillerly. I'm from New Zealand, and I'm 30 years old. In university, my major is Japanese, so I'm studying mostly Japanese. This semester, more specifically, I'm doing a lot of like academic, so it's more written, things like reports, thesis, stuff like that. Something I really like about this culture is that people always think about each other. Just being respectful to everybody around you and everything around you, including nature, including the buildings, the jobs, everything.
Morgan used to work as a chef, and he often dines out in Japan. He's particularly interested in food at festivals. Morgan will travel to the Sawada ward of Katori City in Chiba Prefecture. Sawada once thrived as a port town from where rice and other goods were gathered for shipment to Tokyo, which used to be known as Edo. The town lost much of its industry after railroads and roads were developed, but it became a tourist spot after efforts were made to preserve the beautiful cityscape. A big festival with a 300-year history is held in Sawada. Each neighborhood within the ward has its own float, which is paraded through the town. Each float is adorned with a doll, where a divine spirit is said to reside. People take great pride in their floats and dolls and enjoy parading them through the streets. There are festivals all over Japan with such floats, and 33 of them, including those of Sawada, have been listed as intangible cultural assets by UNESCO.
It's beautiful. It's really big, but it's beautiful.
The streets become filled with spectators and lined with many stalls selling food. This is skewered chicken, known as yakitori. It costs less than $1 per skewer. It can be eaten with sauce or salt, and Morgan tries one with sauce.
I've always been really interested in street food, strong interest in food in general, but I think street food is really, it's pure.
This stall sells rice cakes with a variety of toppings, eaten at festivals or during the New Year. They cost around $5.
Street food is not pretty, it's not expensive, it's not advertised, it's just, food from the street for the people, like it's really direct. So I feel like the food that you buy in the street anywhere is always just, like you can find the best food in the cheapest restaurants.
美味しいですか？
美味しいです。
ありがとうございます。
おはようございます。
Today, Morgan is taking part in pulling a float, which is usually only done by the local residents. The Shin Hashimoto ward, which welcomed Morgan, now has just 20 families. The locals need more people to pull the float, and they've been gathering former residents and friends to participate in the festival.
お願いします。
お酒飲める。
大丈夫ですけど。
お酒行きましょう。
Unfortunately, the weather is bad today, so the float and doll have to be kept covered as they start out. The whole thing weighs around 4 tons. People play different roles, such as those who steer the float and those who give out instructions. Morgan is assigned to a position near the front that requires a lot of strength.
I actually don't know how people move it at first. I was thinking like this is impossible.
While he's pulling the float, he's suddenly offered some sake.
As far as drinking it during the matsuri, I actually asked one of the guys, like, why do you drink it? And they told me it helps us to have power. Yeah, it helps us to continue, right? I think every country has some idea of... I've heard people call alcohol a social lubricant before, which is exactly what that is. And yeah, it is. It helps to break down barriers, like language barriers or different age barriers or cultural barriers, anything. Like if you...
This man, originally from Shin Hashimoto, now works in Tokyo. But he came back just to take part in the festival. 60 or so people are needed to pull the float through the streets. And this year, about 45 people from out of town also took part. Everyone looks forward to this annual festival.
今のこの出汁なんですけど、人形は明治4年に制作されまして、もう150年近くなっている。それでこの周り動く出汁ですね。出汁は、明治27年に作られて、それをいまだにこう継承して毎年毎年、若い人たちに受け継いでいく。それがすごくその町内というか地域のステータスとして、受け継がれていくところがいいんじゃないですか。
すげえ素晴らしいの答えですね。 I think it's really cool that they still do it together, you know, it's a really community activity, and I think that's why they enjoy it so much, is because it gives them a reason to do something together. So I think this gives them a reason to go home and like, yeah, just spend time doing something together with the people they grew up with, you know, it's really cool that they have this community spirit, you know.
皆さんありがとうございました。本当に楽しかった。
With its ocean views, wealth of natural beauty, and colorful flowers offering different scenery in every season, Chiba is a place brimming with charm. Step out of Narita International Airport, and you will find numerous experiences waiting for you to discover.
Okano-sensei, thank you very much for being my teacher. It was quite nice to spend time with you, and I can see how good you are at surfing. Thank you so much. I had a very good time with you, and I hope to see you again someday.
Mr. Yamaki, thank you for the listen. Yeah, it's really a good thing when I can have a conversation with you about the industries and about the factories, and I hope we can meet at the next time.
I think it's something that most foreigners don't get a chance to do, so that's really nice that you guys let me participate. I'll come back. If you let me come back, I'll come back. Thank you.
Now it's your turn to set out on an excursion to make special memories of your own in Chiba. This program was made possible by the Chiba Prefectural Government.